Why are Nigerians having to queue up for hours and hours to fill up their cars with fuel? Well, the reason is there is a shortage, and the fuel importers say that the government owes them about $1 billion in arrears, and the government doesn't have the money at the moment to pay them. And each day that the fuel crisis continues, Nigerians are getting more and more frustrated.
Some days you come here, you queue for like hours, maybe 6 hours, 7 hours. At the end of the day, you still go empty. You still don't get fuel.
I'm just sweating it out, seeing maybe if I wait for another 2 hours, if nothing comes up, I probably just go home. I have just about a quarter left in my tank.
Well, why on earth does Nigeria have a problem importing fuel when this is, after all, the biggest producer of crude oil on the entire African continent? Well, the answer is simple. The refineries in this country simply don't work. They're dilapidated and they haven't been fixed for many, many years. Why not? Well, because if they were fixed, that might end an enormous racket. You see, in Nigeria, people get fuel at a subsidised price, and the government pays the importers the difference between the international price of fuel and the low price that people pay here at the pumps. But then what the importers do is they pretend they're importing a lot more fuel than they actually are, and they pocket the difference. It is an enormous scam that costs Nigeria billions of dollars every year. Nigeria has had many fuel shortages before, but this one's different because we've just had an election and the current government's been voted out, and many analysts feel that the fuel importers are trying to squeeze whatever they can out of the current government before it hands over.
This is special because this is the end of a 16-year scam. This is the last hurrah, the last party, the last supper. And the benefits of ending that scam will be unbelievable. Because that money will be used for social programs, for education, for health, for infrastructure.
And of course, it's not just filling up the cars that's a problem here. Because Nigeria's electricity sector is in such a mess, people have to provide their own electricity through generators, and they need fuel to do that. So people are desperate for this fuel crisis to end.